What are some of the most expensive action figure that I spent on? Let's find out. Hey, how's it going everyone? I'm DCSG81, and if this is the first time you're watching my video, welcome to my channel. This is where you'll find me doing reviews for action figures, custom heads and accessories, as well as some comparison and all sort of fun stuff. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell button so that you don't miss out any of my latest video. Okay, so some of you have actually bought me these questions quite some time back, and I just remembered. Yeah, so there has been on and off. There are some questions that asking me like how much do I spend on my collections, and one of the question which I find very interesting is which action figure or which action figures that I spend the most on when I'm when I'm getting them. So I kind of like have an idea to make this video for you guys. So I'm going to present to you 5 figures which I think that I spend the most on if I still remember correctly. And these 5 action figures prices is not based on pre-order, or it's not even based on the retail price. So these are some of the figures which I hunt back, which means that it has been released for quite some time, and then I just feel like I needed those figures, and then I kind of like hunt back. Of course, there are times when I was lucky that I managed to get a good price, but these 5 are the ones that I actually pay high price for it, which I feel that is still worth it. So I'll be presenting to you from the cheapest to, of course, the highest one. Okay, so yep, so let's grab a popcorn and let's get started. Okay, so the 5th one on the list is this Marvel Legend J. Jonah Jameson's. Is actually from the Chameleon Wave. I actually got this because I really wanted a Marvel Legends figure which is in the suit, and I know there are a few like the Tony Stark version, but somehow I get this one because I really want a J. Jonah Jameson's head, which this one is pretty good. Okay, so I like this very much, and yep, this was released quite some time back, and I know that is I've been doing some research on it when I'm trying to get it. It's pretty high price almost like everywhere. If you know the reason why this is so expensive, drop me a note on the comments below. I don't know why. Maybe is this because this is the only J. Jonah Jameson head that is made by Marvel Legends? I'm not sure. Okay, so I got this around I don't really remember the price, but I'm going to give you a rough estimation. It's around USD 60 bucks. Okay, I know it's pretty expensive, but that time I'm quite happy to be able to get it because I think he's the only one that I found that is still on my acceptable kind of level of pricing. Okay, so the 4th one on my list is this Revoltech Jessie from Toy Story. Yep, I actually hunted her for a very long time, but all I have seen is the black and white versions. Yep, so once I managed to find this, I just grabbed it from the seller, and the price is quite high, but I think I still remember is within my acceptable range. So I got her for around, if I'm not mistaken, it's about USD 80 bucks. Okay. Yeah, it was pretty high for this Revoltech. And then shortly after that, just about a month later, the Revoltech actually reissued it, which was also released. Actually get that one as well. Yep, so I still have that in the box. This is the one that I bought with the expensive price one. I'm keeping one just for the sake. I really like this figure because it's very nice, especially with all the expressions and things like that. Very nice. Okay, so for the 3rd place is this NECA Shredder. Yep, I got this off eBay. I remember it was quite hard to find during that time because I've gotten the whole set of turtles, the 4 turtles from the cartoon. Yeah, that was also SDCC exclusive if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I got that one, and then I just kind of want the Shredder, and he's the only seller that put it on eBay, if I'm not wrong, during that time. Yep, so I was pretty happy to get it. And I think shortly after that they actually announced a 2-pack. Even now I think they're still selling it, if I'm not wrong. So I got this for around 90 USD. Yeah, which I know is pretty high price, but during the time I was quite desperate because I really wanted a classic cartoon shredder, and yeah, so which is why I got him. Okay, so for the second place is this Age of Ultron Captain America. Yep, I got him off pretty high price because he's the only Captain America which I missed out during the time. Yep, so now I just get him to complete the 4 Captain America that I have. Okay, so this one, if I'm not wrong, I got him around 96 USD including shipping. Yeah, it was, I think, yeah, it was around that price. But really I have no regret because this is kind of like a, to me, it's quite good of a Captain America because he have eyes, interchangeable eyes, that is looking left or looking right or looking straight, which is quite good. But I'm not sure why they are not doing it anymore. I mean, the SH figures, they are not giving that anymore, only for the Age of Ultron series. Even the Age of Ultron Thor is having that. Yep, only these 2 if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so this is a pretty good cap. I think quite a number of people are trying to get him as well, which explains why he's selling at such a high price. Okay, so the most expensive one, which is also one of my most wanted during the time, is this Mesco Deathstroke. Okay, I've fallen in love with it ever since I saw him, and I've been searching high and low for him. Unfortunately, all I can find is the other one, which is the exclusive black color, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to find the normal version. Yeah, which is quite surprisingly. Usually for Mesco, the exclusive one, yeah, are usually cheaper or easier to find than the normal version. Same goes for the Joker. I think the classic Joker also, the exclusive one is quite easy to find, but if you want the the original release, is pretty hard to find and expensive. Yep, so I got this from a seller, which surprisingly he's selling at a price which I can accept during the time. Yep, which is also pretty high. It's around 130 USD. Actually, I was preparing to pay more for it, but yeah, but he's selling at that price, which I think is also high. But during the time, I am really desperate for this one. This is looking very good. It's a must-have for me. I really love it. Okay, so those are my top 5 of the most expensive one. So I'll give you a bonus. So I have one whole team, which I think is the most expensive one that I have ever paid to get them. Okay, of course I'm not talking about the whole Avengers or the whole Justice League kind. It's a group of 6, yeah, which I actually hunted them pretty aggressively during that time. Okay, so let's find out which one is it. Okay, so this is the team that I'm speaking about. It's not the Kamen Rider. I'm talking about the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. These 6 of them, not including the White Ranger. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the 6 Ranger which I really aggressively hunted back. I think within 6 months I managed to get all of them back. And for those of you who are fans, I believe you should know they were released quite some time back. Yeah, quite a few years ago, and they are very expensive to get, especially the Pink Ranger, because she's the only female. If you are from the Japan version, she's the only female, but from the US version, we have the Yellow Ranger as female as well. This Yellow Ranger is special because they actually have 2 releases. One is the guy version, which is for the Japan version, and for the US version, she's a female. So the one that I have is the female one, which is very rare and also very expensive. The male version is actually a lot more cheaper and easier to get. Okay, I might be able to show you some pictures later to actually see the difference in terms of boxings. And as for these the overall figure is almost the same. Okay, just that for the female one is slightly shorter, and you can see there are some bumps on her chest. Yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, for the guys one is more like the manly, more taller. Yep, so I actually got the female one, and if I'm not mistaken, this female one is the most expensive retail price that I ever paid for a figure. Of course, the price has already been jacked up. Yeah, so if I'm not wrong, actually I think I paid about 170 USD for her. What the? Yup, I actually crazy enough to pay that much because she's the only one missing in my team. I already gotten 5 of them without her, and I'm not willing to get the male version because somehow I just want the female version. Okay, so there you have it. All my crazy price that I'm willing to pay for. I know some of you might have your jaw drop for the price that I'm paying, so I do know that, but I think that when you really wanted something and you're really desperate for it, and you think that the price is still something that you can fork out, so I think yeah, so it's to each his own. Yeah, maybe to some of you guys you might think that I'm crazy to pay such a high price for these figures, these 5 figures, but for me I think that they are actually well accepted. Okay, I mean for myself only. Okay, of course you might have something that you really wanted and you were willing to pay more. There's always something. Okay, this is what I learned during my collection time. There's always something that people wanted. No matter how much you hate it, there's always someone who is willing to pay high price for it. Okay, so these 5 figures are within those that I'm really hunting it for, including the bonus one that you saw just now. Yeah, so I have no regrets paying for them, but of course just sharing this video to you guys, not to show off like how much I am willing to spend, but it's more to something that for your own knowledge, that yeah, you might learn something in this video that you might think, wow, I mean I shouldn't follow DCSG 81 footstep in, you know, paying such a high price, and you might want to think twice the next time you wanted something so badly that if you saw it with the high price, even though you can pay for it, you might want to think twice. Yeah, so I'm also learning each day that from my mistakes. Sometimes when I look back at them and I see and I still remember the price that I paid for, I do think that I'm a little crazy during that time. Maybe if right now I'm still can't find the figure and I really saw it at that price, maybe I will think twice before buying it. Yeah, so this is something that I want to pass a message, and it's also for your entertainment, of course. So yeah, just for the fun of it. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this video. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, and of course always leave me your comments below if you have any further questions about something that you might have ideas that you want me to do something like this video, which I think is pretty interesting to actually expose to you guys about the price that I'm willing to pay for. Before you leave, check out my random playlist that I always put it, or you can check out my videos, which I have over 300 videos by now, and I'll see you in this video. Bye.